come on. Okay, welcome, guys. Welcome to another day. It's a Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? It's a Wednesday. We are doing it again. We are doing it after China is really retaliating from the US tariffs and all that. But however, we should get into it and speak the market. And I think, yeah, that's all we can control. We can't control the rest. We can't control the politics. We can't control tariffs, trade war that is incoming. But however, let me get into it. I don't have enough time. So, oh God. So, oh come on. Okay, it looks like we're properly live now. Here we go. I was struggling to go live, but anyway, guys. So, today, China retaliated, but we know the let's speak Harmony Gold. I told you that I'll buy the JSE stock called Harmony Gold on the JSE. I am holding Harmony Gold. I think I also bought ETFs on the J with the broker that I use. So if you want to know about that, just click the link in bio. I use a specific South African broker that offers margin account on stocks in the JSE. However, anyway, I'm holding Harmony stocks, just trading above the all-time high, just trading around the all-time high. I would have loved for this to close at that high so that we can hold this low. But however, that didn't happen. I am not panicking. I am still gonna look into entering more. So if Harmony Gold today, it's an ex-dividend state. They just announced that it was an ex. So if you were looking to get dividends by next week, the 14th of April for Harmony Gold. You are supposed to have bought Harmony Gold today. The amount is 227 rand per share. Also, you're looking at a dividends payment of about 2 rand 20 something cents. So there is good volatility with Harmony Gold is benefiting from the gold up move to the upside. But anyway, let's get into it. I told you that I'm looking for gold. So gold is set up for my buy. I'm just waiting for the fundamentals to align and my network to do properly because look at this network. So if you wanted, you could have entered this trade here, something like this, but I wanted to see confirmation. I just didn't enter. So I waited out. I just wanted to see clear cut rejection and confirmation. So it gave me the confirmation. And remember, tomorrow, guys, is CPI, so you gotta play it safe. You have to play it safe. So here, my aim is to enter on this retracement here. Oh, look at that. I am gonna buy gold on this retracement, stop loss just below. Still, you remember we target the all-time high. We don't target the all-time high. My overall target for this year so far is 3.5. Which 3.5? I'll just mark it. I believe gold might reach 3.5. So this is my target for the year. I believe that gold might reach 3,500 grams per ounce of gold. I think if this volatility continues as it is and Trump continues being Trump, because he brings so much uncertainties in the market, we see now the CPI is coming lower. Possible that tomorrow we might react lower on CPI. So I think this is what I'm waiting for. However, let's get into it. I'm waiting for this gold. I'm waiting for gold to retest back to this fair value gap or continue to push to the upside. If I don't get that, I will be watching this rejection. Look at that. Look what I selected. Terrible. Terrible. I will be looking for this area here just to enter either rejection there and push to the upside because there is that possibility. And I just don't want to enter aggressively just before CPI because, yes, my anticipation is I'm expecting a lower CPI tomorrow, somewhere around 2.7, 2.6 on CPI. So that might give us slight reaction to the downside before we push to the upside on gold. Hence, I'm looking to buy gold not gonna buy very aggressively, but I'm looking to buy gold. And another pair that I'm looking at, remember, the first point that I was looking for to buy gold, what I looked for, oh, come on, man. Anyway, I looked to buy gold on this high, right? Gold vein. And I tried this high. Now, with this high, this low, I mean, remember I tried this low, gold vein. Now it's holding the support. And I'm just want to look at a retracement back to the ups, a retracement back to that fair value gap that I spoke about. And I'm looking to push gold to the upside. And that it's also it's an idea that I've been given. I'm also going to look at CO2 data by Friday. But when you look at gold and look at the fundamentals, so the fundamentals are telling us a total different story here. So there's few things that I believe will push gold to the upside. Uh, One of them, if we're to see one of the breaking news, so you look at the UX stock exchange gains blow. Exchange gains and blows on Wednesday, extending the volatility momentum holding still from recent and aggressive tariffs by Trump. However, Asia major trading partners are bad concern of incoming recession. So there is a possibility of recession that they spoke about as well. And also China retaliated, adding more tariffs to on the US. So that will push still gold to the upside because there's so much uncertainties and trade will break, it's bad for the economy. We all know that. And if we're to look at the price of oil, oil is dipping, and once oil prices go lower, we know what it means. It means the inflation story is slowing down. So that's basically what it means when oil prices go lower. So there's less demand for oil prices drops, meaning world inflation now will start to slow down. Hence, for tomorrow's CPI, and this is not like something that I'm saying it's going to happen on the dot because we all do not know where the data is going or the number that's going to come out. We are all we are all just making good guesses. Prices, yeah. We are all making good guesses and should be. I can't say it's an educated guess, but I have to say so because when I look at my fundamentals, I'm saying it's an educated guess. So if we're to look at CPI here, um, so already we know the target for the US. So the target always are targeting at 2%. So I mean not CPI, yeah, CPI, which is inflation. So when inflation is at 2%, that's what the Feds are targeting. However, sometimes you get the Feds now in this instance. Um, we saw the 2.4, which was the lowest in the longest time because we're coming from 3% in the US inflation. Right now it's 2.8% with Trump's tariffs, and we saw a slight increase in employment data, which the employment went to 4.2%. So it's not a problem. The problem is here. Is here. So if CPI drops, so lower CPI will push gold to the upside. So here's what I think. We are likely to get lower CPI around 2.7, 2.6. That's what I think. And I'm not saying that's a value we'll get because we might get a higher value of CPI. But remember, I always explain this. So when CPI or inflation is lower, it pushes that currency lower. So in this instance, looking at the US dollar, looking at the US dollar, if tomorrow we get CPI higher. Let's say this is CPI. We get a high CPI. We get a high CPI. Show you now. So tomorrow we get a high CPI, a higher CPI. That will push the dollar index. So this dollar index will go high as well. But my prediction is tomorrow in this instance we'll get a lower CPI. And the lower CPI basically means the DXY, the DXY currency will go low. Why? The reason being it's like this, it's Lower CPI or lower inflation, it makes the currency unfavorable because we will get the Feds to decrease interest rates. So when there is decreased interest rates, so when you are lending out money and on investment, basically, you get your interest on investments becomes lower. So for the currency, we're talking about DXY here. For currency to push to the upside or to get higher, push the currency to increase in price compared to other currencies, you need to have higher CPI. But inflation is not good. We need to keep inflation around 2% because higher inflation meaning prices are very expensive. People are not affording, so the market might be too bloated. Then these guys come in. So when the Feds come in, its responsibilities of Feds is to keep interest rate as close as possible to 2%. So let's say this is your graph here. Just gonna make an estimation, and this is 2%. That's your 2%. So CPI is here. So CPI needs to come. We don't have to go below 2% because if we go below 2%, it is a problem. So we need to always play around this area here. We don't have to have higher CPI or inflation. Higher inflation meaning prices are too expensive. It becomes too expensive in the market. Therefore, when prices are too expensive, the Fed needs to increase interest rate. And when they increase interest rate, they lower affordability in the market. I don't know if it makes sense. If it makes sense, please like the live and tell me what you think. But anyway, I went on a rant about CPI and everything. So because I went on that because tomorrow there is CPI, but as I said, we are expecting lower CPI tomorrow. So lower CPI tomorrow. Um, if that happens because of tariffs, there was like slight increase in unemployment, and the most important data that I'm looking for now, it's CPI for tomorrow. As I said, 2.8, somewhere to 2.7, 2.6, and then the dollar index will push to the lower side, and we push on risk on asset to the upside. And one of those risk on asset, you're looking at Nasdaq, S&P 500. But however, just because of uncertainties in the market, you might get not a lot of people who buy into Nasdaq and stocks. But I have started buying stocks because they are fairly priced now. The PE ratios now they start making sense to buy long-term stocks. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. I will go on a rant. So, but anyway, to show types of inflation, so CPI is one of those indication that I'm looking at it very closely. And then one of them that I love, it's retail sales. Retail sale. Where's my retail? I don't want to search it because I always take a long time to familiarize myself with retail sale now. Anyway, yeah, it's here. Don't want to search it. I'm looking for retail sale. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking for retail sale just to tell you more about this. What I'm looking for housing, consumers, yes. Retail sale, here we go. So when you look at retail sale as well, uh, look, retail sales at 3.1. This is sell retail sale year over year. It's at 3.1. At some point it was 3.9. But there is this one, retail sale month over month. I think this is one thing that I want to show you because at some point we saw January that there was so much decrease in retail sale at minus 1.2%. And when this value came out, we already anticipated a lower CPI because it showed that there is a decrease in economic activities. Hence, we got the value that we got. And then the next following month in February was 0.2. Not as good as that, but it's decent. And then that was definitely slowed down. So the problem now for me, and I think that will slow down the economy in the US. I think the economic activities in the US will slow down because GDP growth is at 2.5, is doing well. The problem in this case is tariffs and trade war that Trump is trying to introduce. They are being a problem. And that is why we are struggling to push the market to the upside in terms of risk on asset. So for now, for risk on asset, I'm staying outside. But with CPI tomorrow, I'm looking at buying gold. I will buy gold. I have not bought gold yet, but I will buy gold. I think that's one pair that I'm looking for a retracement lower, and I buy gold. And also USD I'm looking to buy USD as well. Yo, what happened here? So the reason why I only buy USD it's within that break, you could have looked for an entry anywhere in this range here and 50% here, but there was no fair value gap for me to enter. So I am doesn't meet my my technical biases. We have a break, but where should I enter? There's no fair value gap or support that I would like to enter. So I'll rather take this guy here. Oh, this already reacted. Wow. I'll rather take this guy here. I think I'll buy USD think I'll buy USD going short. I am buying USD Sorry. I'll buy USD going short right now. And I'm buying gold. I'm selling. What am I saying? Oh God, I love buying. Anyway, I'm selling USD and I'll buy gold. So I will still continue to be bearish for the dollar. And this is because tariffs are a problem. There could be a slowdown in the US economy given that there's so much uncertainties in the market. I don't see a reason why people want to invest more. So risk on asset, I have a problem. But I should say that gold for today is trading at 2.9%, 2%, 2.9% up, while its peers Nasdaq also look at that bull move. Nasdaq is up 8%. God. Anyway, Nasdaq is up 8% for the day. What does this mean? I'm just waiting for my fundamental to make sense, to be honest. I'm just waiting for my spreadsheet to update and tell me if I'm buying Nasdaq or not. But I do love Nasdaq. I do love Nasdaq longs for now. We at the lowest, the risk to reward. It's good. Look at that bull move. So I am just gonna wait for the fundamental spreadsheet that I'm using to update to tell me if we have started buying Nasdaq now. Risk on asset will be good. Um, if you get another 4-hour candle to close to the upside, and let's say it leaves a fair value gap somewhere on the support here, on the 4-hour time frame, it leaves a fair value gap somewhere there. I will enter long. Ah, look at that. Yeah, I will enter long around here. Hi, man. I will enter long for Nasdaq. This is a long-term trade. So, but let's see. As I said, as I tried to explain, we have on the 4-hour time frame, we have this high, and there is an inversion if we look up on a daily here. We break above this this recent 10 support, we hold and push to the upside. I think that's what my game plan will be, but only if once the fundamental spreadsheet updates and starts giving me bullishness on the Nasdaq. But for now, I need to be sitting on cash when it comes to risk on asset. I am happy to buy gold. I'm happy to buy a certain pair, but other than that, I'm not happy for certain things. So I'll sit outside for now. This one is also doing what I want. I am just watching closely. If it starts being bearish here, I will look for shorts as well. I love the short for SNDUSD. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I was speaking about Nasdaq. Nasdaq, it's up 8% for the day. Ubudwa, okay, his brother, it's up 7%. That's S&P 500. And US30 is also up 6%. So that was a good moves for the US stock market today. They are recovering well. I think I am ready because if we're to look at this, it is holding a weekly support here, and this was a good correction coming back to the low of 2023. Look at that, coming back to a low of 2023. That's US30. Also, It's coming back for a weekly support here. Look at that. And it's a low of January 2024. That's Nasdaq and also S&P 500. Let's speak about something that we see as well coming back to the for January 2024. So these move are massive. That this move within a few days from the all-time high to this low, Nasdaq was down about S&P 500 was down about 22, 23%. So that was a beating. That was bloodshed for the stock market. Anyway, also Bitcoin also came back to support of November 2024. So basically, these are good corrections for us to get moved to the upside. So I love this, and I'm happy for the moves that I'm seeing here. And also, I have taken a loss at the high for Bitcoin. I think now I am ready to buy Bitcoin. I am ready to buy Bitcoin. I will be watching closely. I'll be watching closely this support here, which I hope there will be a fair value gap after the next 4 hours. Also, I will enter there. And what you should notice is Nasdaq and Bitcoin, they move similar because they all act like risk on assets. So Bitcoin, I'm ready to start buying Bitcoin. And I think I need to buy a Bitcoin EFT. I will buy a Bitcoin EFT very soon. So I'm ready to buy Bitcoin to the upside. Yep. I think this will make sense. I'm ready to buy Bitcoin to the upside. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. This was the first session of the show. I started late because, and as they call it, Mabaka. I started late because of, yeah, what do you call this thing? Technology. So now, let's move on to the day trading show. Where we'll be trading the US indices for the day trading show. Let's look at what we have for the day. Yeah, Nasdaq it's up 8% for the day, but let's see if this PM session will get something or the move has already happened because there is that possibility. So we have taken, for Nasdaq, we have taken daily high and daily low. We went and take out daily high, I mean daily low and push to the upside to take out daily high. Um, if we look at here, we have for our inversion fair value gap here. For H inversion FVG. While at it, guys, tell me what's your bias. Don't forget to like the live. What's your bias? We have taken out the high order block here, just like that. High could be okay. Let's see S&P 500 on the other side. So there is an SMT that has formed here between Nasdaq and S&P 500. I think that tells me that I might look for a rejection at this point. Yeah, I might look for the rejection to go to distribute lower on the 1 minute or 5 minutes time frame because there is clearly an SMT on a higher time frame. Yeah, between Nasdaq and S&P 500. So while on the 1 hour time frame, yeah, that was a huge move to be honest. So we have taken out this high. Let me see this. We have taken out this high here, which we got an invasion. We've taken out this high, created an SMT between Nasdaq and S&P 500. I think that gives me a more bearish reading for the PM session. I could be bearish for the PM session. I could look for a bearish, then perhaps if times allows, I'll look for a bullish move. But there is, yeah, I'm bearish for now. I think this gives me an idea what I want. What happened here? Yo, why is yo? Yeah, this is bad. Look at this move. So I see a 15 minutes fair value gap. That will be my reaction to continue to the upside. So this will be where I want a rejection on the first 15 minutes fair value gap to push also lower. So what I'm looking for, it's a move here and a move push back up again. So I think this is one of the trade that I'm looking for now. S&P 500. I know that there is an SMT. So the SMT says I can get a bearish move for now before the reaction on this 15 minutes fair value gap that maybe we can push to the upside. I think I'm happy with that. We have taken this high. Yep, I'm gonna take it somewhere in this range here. I think, I think. Okay, I am watching this invasion of this 1 minute. Yeah, I think this 1 minute fair value gap it's important for now. Let me see the 3 minute. There is nothing on the 3 minute. That's where my problem is. There is nothing on the 3 minute. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not thinking of continuation. At this point in time, I am not looking for not gonna go for a continuation because now we still have this fair value gap holding here. And if you continue lower, there is this 1 minute fair value gap as well. So I believe here, if we're to reject, get a market structure shift within this low, I am gonna look for a move lower to maybe 50% um of this 15 minutes fair value gap. If that move happens, if a continuation moves come in, I don't think I'm gonna look for a continuation move to this high side. I feel like it's overspread, very bullish. I don't know where to look for a continuation move to the upside. Yeah, unless something makes sense, but for now, nothing makes sense for me to look for a continuation move to the upside. So, and also there's an SMT. Unless we get a closure above this order block here, perhaps I am gonna start to say, perhaps there's a good move to the upside. Also, look at this high that can tend resistant. But anyway, that's a breakup block if you look at this side. No, it's not. Yeah. So short move to this 50 minutes fair value gap. Perhaps that will give me a trade that I'm looking for. But if not, I am not going to look for a continuation. Not as yet. There's no clear way that I can get a reaction and a short reaction. So yeah. Anyway, I need to call someone. Hold Okay, let me remove this. Maybe there is an SMT in the lower time frame. Let me see. That would be very nice if I get an SMT here. Yeah, if I get an SMT in the lower time frame between us and S&P 500, I think for me it will be a very good trade short. All in on a lie, it will be a very good trade shorting the market. I would love to get that move to the lower side. Look at that. This could be an SMT in the lower time frame. Why not? Why not take out the high, man? Push higher. I'm gonna remove this one now. Yep. So here Oh, nah, the move is too much. Nah, I think there's too much big move to the upside. Yep, there's no, yeah, the move is just, the bulls are still strong. The bulls are still strong, I should be honest. Okay, we just closed the 1 hour, we just closed this 1 hour time frame now. We just opened the new one. We could be taking out this high now. There's no longer an SMT in the higher time frame. We have taken this high though. Yeah, we've taken that high, so there's no SMT in the higher time frame. Yeah. hmm Now the market is overstretched. There is an order block just above here. Just above it, there is an order block that we are reacting to. We are reacting at an order block just above this high. We're reacting. We have taken liquidity on this point, on this high. We have taken liquidity above just here, reacting in this order block here. So let's see if I'll change my bias or stick with my bias as we move along. As we move along, let's see. This 15 minutes candle. Let's see. I think I'm bearish to be fair. I am bearish, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am bearish. What's your bias, guys? Because Mina, I am bearish. I am definitely bearish. Ah, come on, man. Network. You can't be this low. The move is gone if my network is terrible. And what's the score in the Champions League, guys? Anyone who knows? Orlando Pirates are through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Who are through to the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League by a draw. While in the UEFA Champions League we're starting at 9. Interesting. I am rooting for Barca. Yo, yeah, ne? Here we've taken this high on the other blog. Yeah, there's so many things happening here. There's so many things happening. But I believe I'm bearish, to be honest. I don't know why my network today is low. Yeah, I am bearish. I am bearish. My first target will be this low. Let me mark this low. As if the setup happens, that will be my first target. Yo, yeah, ne? The bulls are so strong. The bulls are so strong. Look at how the 3 minutes is holding here. If you're looking for continuation, perhaps we could get a continuation here. And if this 5 minutes closes now, it's about to close. I am gonna wait for invasion of this 5 FVG. If we get a 5 minutes invasion in this high, I am happy to short the market. That's a very critical high for me. I would love to get an invasion here on this high. Okay, 1 minute, one few seconds before the closure of these 5 minutes. That 5 minutes invasion will be very important. I think it will give my confirmation to go short to target this low here just before the 15 minutes fair value gap. Let's see. Da-dum, da-dum. I'm not gonna say the bulls are not there. The bulls are still strong. Am I gonna get a reaction and go short? I don't know. I wish to get. I wish to get one. Oh God, I'm tired. Just quickly call my wife. My network is terrible when I change time frames. I don't know why. Angazi why. And it's terrible. It makes my stream so terrible today. We are starting to see rejection. So hence I'm saying this, if I get the 5 minutes invasion, honestly, I'll go short. I will go short. Let me see. If I get the 5 minutes invasion, does it make sense? And just look at it again. 1:1.5. Interesting. Where's the two yeah, 2 hour I'll be pushing it, eh? 1:1.5, it makes sense. Yeah, sure it's one thing that I'm looking for, honestly. You may like me or not. Here there is this 1 minute. If we get this 1 minute invasion on what's this guy? On US30. I am just watching the three pairs. Even though my network is like it's like terrible. And I hate having a bad network. You'll say Tata, the thing is gone. Today, oh wow, Stellenbosch are through to the semi-finals. Oh wow, South African teams are doing wonders, eh? South African teams are doing wonders in the CAF Confederation and CAF Champions League. This is what we want to see. Perfect. This is what I wanted to see. Oh, come on. Gonna remove it. Okay. This is the move I wanted to see. If we're to look at here, I spoke of this 1 minute invasion. And the 1 minute invasion, there is I'm gonna enter my first trade perhaps here. Let me see. This really seems to be too aggressive, right? Should I be too aggressive here? This seems to be very aggressive. No, it's not. Um, yeah. I'm gonna think about this trade here that I'm looking for. Okay. I am getting the trade here. Come on, close lower. Yeah. You think about it. 1 minute before closure. This thing doesn't leave a favorite again. So I wanted this thing to leave a favorite again. Ooh, it did. And enter shorts here. Target. I'm gonna go in here. I hope my phone will be faster to enter me before it leaves me behind. We didn't get a full invasion of the 1 minute there, but I am gonna take Nasdaq shorts. Very aggressive. Um, I should say, but oh come on, don't be that slow. Uh, should I use a sell stop in terms when it comes back out? Should I take this trade? Man, I've not taken, sorry. I'm just still contemplating. I said I want to see the 5 minutes inversion. Okay, the 5 minutes just closed now. Nah, it closed inside. Nope, I'm not taking as yet. Just closed inside the 5 minute. I don't like it. Nah, we didn't get 5 minutes inversion, so I'm not taking. It's a good trade. I don't wanna lie, but hey man, let me stick to my plan here. Good reaction on this 1 minute, yeah. But I'm not gonna take unless I get a 5 minutes inversion. Other than that, I'm staying out. I am staying out. I'm avoiding unnecessary because if I got a 5 minutes invasion here, it looked very clean for shorts. But look at this. This seems like a rejection point and it's a very strong support. So I don't see a reason for me to force a trade here. Really, I don't see a reason to force a trade. I didn't get what I was looking for, and we got another invasion to the upside. So if with this invasion, if you were if you were long, you could say, okay, I am gonna go long, look for continuation to the upside to target this high. Perhaps you're gonna look for something like this. But because I didn't get the 5 minutes invasion, so no, I'd rather stay out, honestly. I'd rather stay out. Because you would be caught in this nonsense of a trade. Look at that. We just reacted there and then rejected to the upside. Look at this. End up being caught even when you don't want to be caught on this trade. So being patient and sticking to a plan, this today did help really me. I was contemplating of taking, but I just realized the 5 minutes didn't close as yet. So and my plan says stay up. Even the 3 minutes didn't get a clear invasion in the 3 minutes time frame here. So why was I entering? I don't know. And we also didn't get a clear invasion of this 3 minutes fair value gap. So there was no way, there was no reason for me entering this trade. I will be caught in this really deep drawdown unnecessary. So iyo lenye indaba. Sorry, I'm just checking something here. Also, look at this. I don't know if you see what I'm saying here. If you get a move, when I spoke of this 5 minutes invasion, look at this 5 minutes invasion, a break below, a retest, and push it to the. What do you see? We see a market structure shift below here with an invasion, a clear trade, a clear cut trade that I don't think it will make me think so much unnecessary things. I don't think here will give me a headache. There's no headache here. There's no headache. There's no headache at all. Gotta be patient, and I'm gonna continue being patient. I'm not gonna force it. Just wanna see the 5 minutes doing what I want. Yes, you will still be in this trade, but hey, man, a trade like this is not nice. I'm afraid of muscle pull. I'm from training, and when I'm from training, I normally get muscle pull, so need to sit properly. Okay, yeah, it's starting to be slow now. It's starting to be extremely slow. Let's see. Come on, man. Give me what I want. Give me in a 5 minutes invasion. So once it gives me a 5 minutes invasion, definitely I am gonna enter the trade. I am definitely bearish for tonight. Definitely. 100%. Okay, good move. It pushes. So the next 2 minutes, if it distributes with momentum to the downside, it will give me a market structure shift below here and maybe leave a fair value gap above here. So if we to look at it, market structure shift below there leaves a fair value gap react there. So that makes sense where you could enter short here on the fair value gap. It will make a lot of sense. And then target the low. Still getting my R2R, you see? And then you're done. But unless it does that, because at the end of the day, the market don't have to do what's my bias, but I have to trade what I see. And being caught in this, that's none of it was not part of my plan. Not at all. And Barcelona is playing today for those that love football. But anyway, guys, so if you want to join me for all swing trading position, do not forget to join my live, guys. Please, I mean, to join the link in the bio and join our Telegram. And remember, everything that I say here does not constitute as financial advice, but I'm just telling you my opinions and what I think. And this life is just for entertainment purposes. So yeah, entertain a car in South Africa. That's how we say it. But guys, please like the live, guys, and do not forget to 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 just like the live and join me. Come, let's trade together. So anyway, does anyone know how far is Tesla stock right now? Let me see. Tesla, Tesla. Hey, Tesla has been getting a betting in the in the stock exchange, eh? Come on. Did Tesla get a bit of recovery? Do, 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 do. Wait until I get my man. Woo, look at this bulls, yo. Capitec today is down. I mean, Tesla's up 14% for the day. Interesting. It's the right time to buy Tesla, honestly. Let's see. Hey, Tesla, that was a good correction on Tesla. I am watching, I should be watching this high for Tesla. Break above there, I think. If we break above, for Tesla, if we break above that high and trade above the 200 MA, I think the bulls will be coming strong for Tesla. I think. So even if when you look at so this high, oh come on. I'm contemplating of buying Tesla to be honest. Let's see. Tesla would be a good move if we get a move to the ups. Ah, come on. Move to the upside, hold and retest. I think I'm gonna buy Tesla. A move like this, I might buy Tesla. Let me see Nvidia. Nvidia. You know, Nvidia, it's up 14% for the day. So it looks like the stocks after they're coming back. So Nvidia, it would be nice if we trade above this high and like look to hold above this high, perhaps and get a trade, something like that. So yeah, there is the risk. The stocks are coming back. Let me see this side. What's happening here? Let's see our potential trade for the PM session. So, but anyway, guys, what do you think? So for me, I am looking into continue. Ah, come on, man. This consolidation is frustrating me now. Because look at this. Come, distribute lower, give a 5 minutes inversion, leave a fair value gap, and then is this difficult? No. If it gives me this, I'm very happy. I think I'm bearish, guys. As I said earlier, I am bearish. Guys, please like the live. I didn't enter the trade. Remember, I spoke about this. Just waiting for a serious move there. So, guys, do not forget to like. Please like the live, guys. I don't know I'm using guys a lot, but like the live. Please, guys. Come on. I just want to see distribution to the downside. Perhaps I'll be confident in taking it. Right now, honestly, there's nothing for me. There's nothing. We're just consolidating for nothing. Yeah. Ah. So guys, are you telling me for the past hour I've been talking alone? I'm in a trade, sorry. I've been talking alone. Wow. Anyway, let's watch the trade. So I'll be back now. I was still replaying in the one place. I want to see the bear coming in. Ah no. I think the fair value gap it's holding, but I don't think it will hold enough time. So what I want to see once we break below there and we push, so this low here, it could be my break-even point here. If I think now I'm fine. I should be fine. Am I audible? Should be fine, I think. Good reaction now. I love the reaction now to the downside. I think if the 1 minute please continue and leaves a fair value gap somewhere here, then I think we are set for bears. But oh god. And now let's now to the downside. Okay. Yep. I am audible. I'm trying to set this guy here. Perhaps I should make it dark. Oh, strong bells. I love the bears. Okay. Come on, give me something. Okay. So what I will do now, if this 1 minute closes the way it is, I will reduce my risk to be fair. If that closes like that, let me use a white color for this. Doo, 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 doo. I am audible, brother Jenny. That was embarrassing. But I just still wanted to see a bit of good move to the downside. So we have gotten, oh, this is basically good. We have an inversion of this 1 minute time frame, this side as well. So we have an inversion of this 1 minute fair value gap here, and it has left a fair value gap here. So honestly, if you want, I could reduce my risk to this low. It makes sense to reduce risk, but let me see. Let me watch a reaction to this low here and see how are we acting at that blue thing here. But the bears are strong and I love how they are. It's a good move, I should say, to the downside. So far, so good. So far, good reaction. Okay, good move. Uh, 1:1 has already happened. I don't see a reason for me not moving to break even. Honestly, I don't see a reason why I shouldn't move to break even. But because there is a fair value gap. So here I want to see a closure below there and to continue lower. I'm contemplating. I'm still not yet sure. Moving my stop loss to this high here, to this high. I think that's a very strong high for me. But come on, if we break this current blue square that I drew, which is a blue, which is a very strong resistant area. If we break and close below, I am gonna move my stop loss to break even. I just wanna see good momentum lower. Let me see the 5 minutes. What the 5 minutes doing this side? Okay, there is a 5 minutes fair value gap here. If this okay, I'm gonna wait for this 5 minutes closure. I think this 5 minutes closure is the most important for me right now. Okay, good move. Good move. Should I wait for this 5 minute closure? Should I? Should I? Didn't. I think I should zoom this more, honestly. How do I zoom this more so that it's visible? Let me see. I'm trying to zoom something, guys, for you so that it can be visible of the trade that I took. Sorry. I hope now the trade is more visible on your side. Come on. Don't be a yucky yucky. Okay. Yeah, I think now it should be clear. Am I moving to break even? 3 minutes closure, 1 minute before the 3 minutes closure. Hmm, this is interesting. I am gonna move to break even. So the 1 minute did what I want. Oh, not deep. The 1 minute closed below there. This is the 1 minute fair value gap that it left. So I don't think I have no reason for me not moving to break even. If I want to play it safe in this instance, it's safer for me. It's safer for sorry. It's safer for me to move to break even. I think it's safer for me to move to break even or just reduce the risk, honestly. Because we have trade below here. We also have this invasion here. Guys, I'm gonna move to break even. Not willing to take more risk here. I'm gonna move to break even. Okay. Stop loss at break even. Okay, risk off. And this will be me being too careful. This will be me very too careful. And it coming back, I might be out on break even. So if, oh shucks, if it takes me out on break even, I will look for a retrade. Nah, come on, man. Should I take a break even? And this support should hold, honestly. I don't see any reason for this market coming back to my entry point. Okay, I'm at break even. To be fair, I don't see it coming back to my entry point. That's why I decided to move to break even. I hope I'm audible. Yes, I am. I decided to move to break even because I don't see it going back to my entry point. If it does, I don't know. But the bulls are strong, eh? The bulls are coming in. I should be out in a few on break even if the market continues going lower, going higher. One will say, why don't you wait? So one will say, why don't you wait for a break below there and a retest to continue before you move to break even? But by the look of things, I just want that fair value gap and that support to hold and not go back all the way back to my entry point. Because this PM session also there is fundamentals happening. There is someone testifying. There might not be a big thing, but there is someone testifying from the uh, about trans tariff. So I'm just trying to play safe. I could be too safe, honestly. But one thing I know, if we break below this low now, it's done. At a 1:2, I'll take my profit. Because if you look at the 5 minutes, my problem it's with this 5 minutes is I'll explain why I decided to move to break even. Look at this 5 minutes fair value gap still holding strong and still rejecting like never I did before. So my problem is this here. Look at that and look at this 5 minutes. So that is why I decided to move my stop loss to break even. Those are the two problems that I have. Um, you know what? Am I out? Not yet. Yeah, it should be out. Honestly, now I'm trading on a very thin ice. Yeah, this will be the most frustrating week ever because I'll have, if it takes me out on break even, I'll have taken three breaks even in a row. Monday gave me 1.5. I didn't take profit. A 1.5 RR. I didn't take profit. It took me out on break even. Yesterday, same thing. So I just want to see a good distribution. So reacted on is that a five, the 1 minute fair value gap reaction on the 55 English. So there is a reaction on, let me leave this, on this 1 minute fair value, on this 1 minute fair value gap here, rejecting on 50% of that range, of that fair value gap, for which is good, but I honestly do not want to see the bulls coming through. So this would be a re-entry. For those that didn't enter, this would be a re-entry here. Stop loss above. I'm out. Yeah. Break even. That will be a re-entry, but I'm out on break even. Third break even in the week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Interesting. Should I re-enter? This thing looks very set for re-entry. Let me just see. Man, this thing is very set for re-entry. I am gonna re-enter. I am gonna re-enter. Mm, Let me see the 5 minutes closure and see how it closes. Because there is this 5 minutes. I'm re-entering, guys. Sorry. Shucks. Ay, yarre. Shucks. Oh, no, 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 no. My re-entry is gone. Bad trade management. That was the worst trade management I've ever done lately. But if it comes back here, I'm gonna re-enter. Sorry. If it comes back here, I'm gonna re-enter. Stop loss above. Shucks. Kill me. I am gonna re-enter what I told you. If it doesn't come back, guys, kill me. Yep, it's not coming back. Kill me, guys. Fuck. I have a limit there. Hi, love. Okay, guys, I've re-entered this trade. I'm re-entered. Yeah, that one was a bad trade management. I knew that there would be reaction there, but I went out. Okay, still in this trade. Am I gonna move to break even now? After it broke in, I don't think it will come back to that entry point again. Perhaps if it comes back, I'm gonna manage it by moving stop loss here. Look, the aim basically it's not to be very tight, but however, is to always try to preserve my funds. I'm not gonna be too aggressive. Good move to the downside. No complaints. Still good move. So you wanna tell me when this happens and this 1 minute close where it is, why don't you move your stop loss to break even? I have no reason not to. If it closes below here, I have no reason, I have no business holding this trade through. I don't want to lie. Don't be too aggressive, too risky for me to continue holding this trade at the rate that is moving. Okay, close below. This time around, I'm gonna move to break even. If I take a break even trade, it's fine, guys. I am gonna manage it this way. Okay, moving my stop loss to break even. Again, stop loss at break even. I don't see it coming back. 1:2, I am gonna take profit if it reaches a 1:2. Okay, good move. I love it. And it will have left a fair value gap there if it closes where it is. So I will take profit at a 1:2. Let me see. Where's my 1:2? I might take profit at a 1:2. So I am marking this 1:2 point here. We'll see how the reaction is. But there's no reason for me to still not be break even. It left a fair value gap here. This will be a very strong support resistance. So now, still good management. I'm happy that I'm at break even. I can't complain. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm at break even. So I'm just gonna see a good reaction on that fair value gap. Just enter the fair value gap and rejected immediately. Um, so far it has given me a 1:1. I'm just looking for 1:2, and then I think I'll call it a day. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes I get calls from my woman. No woman, no cry. Okay. No. See, And there is a strong 1 minute fair value gap here. That's what I'm saying. 1:2, I should be taking profit. If it goes back to my uh if it goes back to my break-even point, I give up. I give up for the week. I don't wanna lie. If it goes back to my break-even point, I give up for the week. Because wow, you can't be taking break even after break even. It's painful. It is painful. Look at the rejection. Look at this rejections. Let me see. Perhaps if I went in here, as I said earlier, stop loss above, where will I have taken my break? Ooh, look at that. It did give me a 1:2, to be fair, guys. I just entered wrong myself. Yeah, here's a 1:2. Clean. This was gonna be the cleanest trade ever. Yeah, this was gonna be a very clean trade. 1:2 clean. I decided to enter lower. Look at this reversal. Ah, no. If this reverses all the way back to my stop loss, I'm done. I can't be having this kind of days every single day. I am done. Enter the trade wrongly. Instead of taking the trade there, target this low. I didn't do that. Um, I kept on holding this trade. I decided to enter on this rejection, for which it was a fair entry. I decided to move early to my stop loss, and I spoke about this fair value gap holding. The fair value gap held. I went in, broke below this low. Now my stop loss is at break even. And I thought this fair value gap will hold, and it does not look like it will hold. So whatever the case may be, two break evens for the day, I'm fine with it. There's not good enough, I guess there's not good enough distribution to the lower side for me to be happy holding certain trades. Very frustrating. To me, I should be honest. Um, this is a point where you'll be like, but this week I'm getting two, 1:1, 1:1, 1:1.5, never reaching a 1:2 the entire week for the past 2 days. I did that today. This is the third 1:1, and now I am about to reach another 1:1, and it reverses again. So does this say to me, always trade a 1:1? I'm out. Yeah, another break even. Shucks. Should I swear? I feel like swearing. Oh, come on, man. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm being frustrated now. So when they speak of I've taken a 1:1, I re-entered again, I've taken another 1:1. And the most annoying thing with this trade, and it's annoying me to the core, it's how I entered my trade. Anyway, I've taken a 1:1, two 1:1 for the day. Not it. Flip. So what frustrating here? Come on, man. And if it breaks below here and goes straight to my take profit, like how it did me the past 2 days, I'll be pissed. I will be pissed. I'll call it a very bad trade management day for me. Because what frustrates me the most is I come here, speak to you guys that I will enter a trade there. But for some reason, I was like, but this fair value gap is gonna hold. There's a strong support here. I decide to enter a trade here. When it gets to this low and break below here, I decide to move break even. But I can clearly see there is a fair value gap here. Clearly see there is a fair value gap. Fine. Takes me out on a break even. Re-enter a trade again on that fair value gap. Stop loss above there. Very clean trade. We break below this low. It leaves this fair value gap. I do not see a reason why the market will come back to my entry point. Guess what happens? Go straight to my entry point, and now it's rejecting back. Yep. I know that my trading plan is always preserve capital. I have preserved capital for the past 3 days, and these are the points. These are the times where you be like, "But your trade management was bad." And this is a point where it's very testing because you're looking at how you manage your trade. It frustrates you to a point where you're like, but for the past 2 days, the market gave me 1.5 RR. I didn't take it. First trade, second trade gave me one RR today. Didn't take it. Monday, same thing. Tuesday, same thing. What more do I want? And now sometimes it frustrates you to the point where you be like, should I perhaps take take profit early? Should I perhaps sometimes um, allow the market to be the market and just trade what you see? And I traded what I see. Just that I tweaked my plan sometimes based on the how the market is looking like. And sometimes it's so frustrating because you are losing on in big money and it seems like udlala amatrinkwana, man. Because look at this trade. Stop loss about there. Even if you target this, no. It's in 2.6. If you wanted a 2R, you target that. It's clean. No complaints about it. Very clean. But yeah, your brother was like, but this. So anyway, just for educational purposes. The reason why I decided to take this trade, it's because this fair value gap, we didn't get an invasion, but there was this fair value gap here. I looked at this rejection candles there. I thought we might not retrace all the way back. So I entered the trade here. I still put my stop loss above, targeting a 1 is to 2, which was somewhere here. So you see what happened? We pushed lower, we got entered. We pushed lower all the way down, move my stop loss to break even. It takes me out of break even, re-entered there because the technical still makes sense for re-entry. Re-entered, pushed all the way down. There is this fair value gap. I move my stop loss to break even. It's back on break even. And now this tells you something. I will show you. Though it's testing on my patience, I think this week is the most, should I say the most difficult? No, it's not the most difficult, the most annoying in terms of trade management. Look at this. So there's 5 minutes fair value gap. It's failing by all means. We came back, we failed again. That's why my idea was move your stop loss to break even as soon as possible. Because this 5 minutes fair value gap, it's failing to close below. It failed a lot of times, and I was like, do I want to put myself at so much risk? The answer is no. Why this fair value gap? We got an invasion of this fair value gap. Hey, it is the market. Sometimes it's frustrating. So if you want to get a reversal again, this is the reversal. But hey, man, not my game plan. Not my game plan. So yeah, the 5 minutes failed. I went for a rant. I think I've ranted enough, guys. Two break evens, so frustrating. I'm frustrated. And so when things like this and I start to feel the way I'm feeling, I'm gonna call it a day. I am gonna call it a day, and I'm calling it a day now. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Another break-even day. Three, 3 days in a row. 4 trades taken, all break-even. All trades gave us a 1 is to 1. I didn't take a 1 is to 1. I wanted to take a 1 is to 2 and break even for all the trades. Are there days where we're gonna get good days? Trades? Definitely there is. Are there days where I'm gonna take losses? There is three. If I can take three break evens, sometimes I take two losses. Hey man, it's one of those days. Super frustration, super frustrated. And here's another trade. The reason why I want to call it a day, because if we were to look at this, that's fair value gap there. There's another fair value gap. I'm just gonna show you why. After I'm feeling like this, you end up seeing trades where there's not trades. Look at that. You'll be like, but if I enter this target that high, 1 is to 2, you could look to entering this. Fair enough. Honestly, you could definitely look to enter this trade. I would be still in this trade if I didn't move my stop loss early and I held in until the stop loss that is higher. But the market might do this. Hence, I'm saying once once market does what it did to me twice, I just normally call it a day because psychologically I'm not okay. Not because look, I preserved my capital. To be fair, I preserved my capital. I took two break evens today. Did I move? Did I rush to take my Did I rush to move my stop loss to break even? I believe not. Did I miss the first trade? Yes, I did because perhaps the idea was there. I did give a two R, but I just wanted to be more consecutive. Looking at the market structure, I didn't want to miss the trade, so I entered lower, got a bad fill. Hence, my RR was affected. Gave me 1 to 1 2. How much did it give me here? Hey, sometimes you run like crazy with these markets. Before it moved to break even, yeah, it gave me 1 is to 1 8 and came to take me out on a break even. Yeah. So okay, let me just run for the last time to just explain my frustration today. The last rant, guys. Apologies. So today, your guy here before he goes West Barcelona, he saw that move, right? We see a break of structure, a market structure shift there, and you see this high, and your dude, your brother says, okay, your brother, your brother says, I will enter shorts there, stop loss above, target the 1 is to 2, or target. In fact, my target for the day was this low. Cool. Chin, no problem. Really, no problem at all. Right. Let's look at this. Your brother, because of how the market was looking like, I thought these will reject. So I entered there, which means now my RR is not the same. Now my risk to reward is there, still targeting the same point. Now my 1 is to 2 is just slightly higher, which is slightly lower there. Did the market give me 1 is to 2? Almost, almost, definitely almost. What happened? We reversed. So when we broke below this low, because we closed below this low, why would we go back? We have an invasion fair value gap here. We have an invasion fair value gap here. Why would we go back to the entry point? I don't know. Look at that. Just by a week at our entry point, and now we distributed all the way lower. However, after it took me out, after it took me out, because after it took me out, I realized, okay, I've taken the first break even, and then technically it still makes sense for me to re-enter a trade on this next fair value gap, stop loss above, still targeting a 1 is to 2 somewhere there. Market came all the way down, gave me a 1 is to 1.45 somewhere there, and Just gonna show you. When I saw this fair value gap here, this blue line is a fair value gap. So we have a break of structure and envision a fair value gap there, hoping that after a closure below, we'll react there and there. That's why I said I do not see a reason the market coming back all the way up. And after we saw that invasion, I was like, dude, why am I holding this trade? I have no reason of holding this trade. I'm done. Anyway, I went for runs, eh? I ranted. Yeah, that was a rant. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Another day, another break even, three break evens in a row. I hope good days are coming. I can't be having days like this. Yeah, Temba, good days are coming, and I can't be having days like this. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Two break evens, two trades taken, all of them break even. I can't complain much, guys. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much. Look out for gold tomorrow. Look out for gold tomorrow. Look out for USD CHF tomorrow. And am I still gonna get the retracement I was looking for? It seemed like we rejected the shucks. Anyway, look out for gold. Look out for USD CHF tomorrow. And look at that. If I entered here, that would be deep drawdown. But anyway, look out for these pairs. And I should have entered, but I missed the trade. So the way it's so deep inside, I wouldn't even enter. But anyway, look out for gold, look at USD, KPI, CHF, and most importantly, watch out for Tesla stock and Nvidia. They're about to break to the upside to give us a breakout and retest. And then I'm gonna start buying those stocks. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Please do not forget to like and subscribe on this YouTube channel, and join me again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Come, let's stay together. And remember, everything that I say here does not constitute as financial advice, but the opinion in the market that I have. Thank you so much. Today I've been tested. Anyway, let me stop ranting. I've been tested, and it hurts. Three break, four break evens in 3 days. It hurts. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye.